Does money buy happiness? If I have money, am I going to be happy? If I don't have money, am I going to be unhappy? Well, let me tell you a story. When I was about 18 years old, I had just gotten out of drug rehab. I had been in for almost 9 months, my whole senior year of my university or my high school life. And my parents, my mom in particular, said, it's time for you to move out and do it on your own. And so I moved out and I got a job in a factory. And I worked on a production line when production lines, we had them in America and they were doing printed circuit boards and things like that. It was back at a time that there was a lot of manufacturing in America. I sat on that production line and I sat there building printed circuit boards and soldering things into them and all of that. And basically it was, a boring job for me. I had to ride my motorcycle. I had a little moped at that time, we called it. I had to ride that to work. It was about an hour every day, back and forth. And basically I had no money. In fact, I had a time where I would go down to the church to try to get some cans and other things of canned foods that I would bring home. I was making $3.35 an hour and working 40 hours a week. And I lived in a little room in Kent, Ohio, near Kent State. And basically I think I paid $120 per month for that room. And what I can just remember is that during that time I was so happy. I had just been sober about a year. I had these friends. We were going out to meetings and we spent every night together. We would get in the car and drive, and they had cars and I would drive in their car and we would talk and just go out and have dinner and it's just fantastic time every single night. And I could just remember that time really, really well. And what I learned and what I recall from that message in my life today is that I had happiness without money. How powerful is that? I learned that lesson very early on, that you don't need to have money to be happy. Now, of course, everybody wants to have money, and if you can have more or you can have enough to be content and not have troubles in your life, it's great. But I have been stripped of all my money at various times throughout my long career, and I've rebuilt it back, and I've gone up and down in that time. But I can tell you that the one thing that carries me through the darkest hours of business, career, of life, of mistakes that you make with money, the darkest times that I've been in, I just look back and I think, wait a minute, I had no money and I was happy. So don't let the loss of money take away your happiness. Stay happy no matter what. Don't let it, money and material possessions, drive your happiness. And if you can figure that out and you can have happiness at your darkest hour where you have no money, you got the key to happiness right there. Because anybody can be happy when times are good. It's when times are tough. If you can stay happy when times are tough, then you got the key to happiness. So that's my story about money and happiness.